Exciting news, the Planet Peterson store on Shopify is now open. Click the top link in the description to go to Shopify, where you can check out shirts, stickers, digital artwork, and more. Thank you.
The gas to disperse, fill the room, and then let's see if we can still fly around. And it can't. We have model cars, we have model boats, we have model submarines.
How big does it have to be?
What we don't have is a model rocket.
Gas pressure. How big does it have to be before
Just
you
a
think that it'll
model
stop
rocket.
working?
The principle should be the same.
No, I
So you should
understand.
take a normal size
Gas.
rocket that you can hold
I
in your
understand.
hand.
I understand. Take a normal science rocket, put it in your hand in a vacuum chamber. How big does the vacuum chamber have to be to the point where it stops working?
Yeah.
How big does the vacuum have to be before it stops working?
Yeah, because you think it stops working if it's in a sufficiently big vacuum, right?
And after you answered that,
No,
then it's Planet Peterson's turn to answer, okay?
Yeah, look, as long as it's got something to push off Blitz, that's the key here.
So
okay?
is there
it needs to
any
be
vacuum
so
chamber?
hold on. The rocket would be in the middle of the vacuum, away from the wall, suspended somehow, and then once you release the gas, the rocket can do its thing, because in front of it there was a lot of no air, there's a lot of space. Right?
Okay, so how big does it have to be?
Guys, I'm just gonna interrupt you. Planet Peterson, you're welcome to talk. You have had your hand up for a while.
Sure.
Yeah,
All right, Flerfers, when you turn a hose on and it flails around, why does it flail around?
because it's
Oh, I got this one.
Hey,
It's pushing against the air.
Hey, before we move the topic, the vacuum, the box broke, and smoke came out. Look at this. Look at how the it's gonna show you how when it lights up. Look, it's already a non-vacuum.
Exactly. It's not a vacuum
and the
anymore,
box broke.
You see?
So this is not scientific, guys.
It's not science. Wake up! You've been indoctrinated. We're looking for real.
That wasn't the video that I showed you, though, Max.
Oh, it's not the video. Okay. Listen, when you
So
guys
anyways, the question is, why does a hose flail around when you turn the water on?
It's water pressure, Peterson. What's wrong with you?
And what is the water pressure pushing off of?
Off the hose.
And what does the water push on?
The water's pushing off the hose.
So the system, we can call the water the fuel, in the system pushes against the container it's in, producing the thrust, making it move forward. It's not because the water coming out of the hose pushes against the air, pushing it forward as if it were a propeller. You guys are so fucking stupid. You don't understand how thrust works.
It's not a plane. It's not flying.
It doesn't have to be a plane. It's a proof of concept of how an equal and opposite reaction works.
I didn't hear a single person calling somebody stupid on this the whole time I was here, brother.
Well, then you're deaf, because I literally
you're stupid, bro. You're stupid. You're stupid.
You're the silly one there, Peter.
You're the silly, bro. $25 trillion of NASA. We cannot get one reproduced image of the globe. It's all CGI. And who's stupid, bro?
Wait, $5 trillion?
The evidence exists, and you just the evidence. You
ask
for it, and then you say,
you want me to show you?
No, it's
you want me to show you?
No, it's CGI.
You want me to show you?
Please
you want me
do.
to show you? Please do. Okay.
Please show me CGI
images.
Yeah, show it. Actually, I'm not interested in changing the subject. I'm interested in you guys finally understanding how, when a rocket produces thrust, the fuel pushes against the rocket. It's not pushing against air as if it's a propeller.
Okay, perfect.
You understand that's exactly
show me one amateur rocket. Hold on. Just one question.
Let's look at his question. So why does the water stop at a certain point? Why doesn't it go on forever?
What?
When it comes out the hose, why does
it hits the ground, my guy? It hits the ground.
It hits the ground, and then there's resistance.
Yeah, anything that encounters friction
air resistance. Yeah.
Why does water when it hits the ground stop flowing?
When it's coming out of the hose, it doesn't go on. Yes, because in a vacuum, the water would just go on and on forever.
No, it would hit the ground. It would just hit the ground. Wait, it would just hit the ground. What does the vacuum have to do with it?
You can still have gravity and a vacuum. But anyways,
in space,
that's
they don't think
interesting.
That.
So you're changing the subject
horrible
again.
argument.
We're not talking...
Hey, you changed the subject at the first, bro.
Maria,
it was my turn to speak. So
Can I restart?
Yes.
Yeah, but we were talking about trust.
Manners and middle school
Everybody,
science.
everybody,
Well,
just a second, right?
you're not, but we're
Sorry
trying.
to interrupt. Ooh, sorry to interrupt. Just a second. If people are reporting, they're not attacking each other to the sense of where they're like literally feeling mentally harm here. So please don't report. I understand if they said something, but they have not to the degree where they deserve reporting. So please don't.
Well, the
Somebody
the only person that should be reported is the one calling names.
You think
So,
name
wait a
calling
minute.
deserves reporting?
Can we just like? Can we?
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
it does, bro. That's
Can
why there
we-
are community guidelines.
Can we back
Okay,
up?
here,
Do
let
we
me go
not?
get a blanket.
Do we not like Newton's third law here? Are we like anti-Newton's third law?
Here's your blanket.
Newton's third law doesn't work in a vacuum
Why not?
because there's no
So-
equal and opposite force to react.
Why not? Why not?
It requires something to push off.
Wait, why? Where in Newton's third law does it say that?
Because it only works in the laws of nature, and we don't.
Why?
It's no vacuum.
Yeah, but we can make vacuum chambers.
Sorry.
So, Gas, do you think that like nobody's tested Newton's law in a vacuum chamber before? Newton's third law in a vacuum chamber before?
We don't have a complete. There's no such thing as a complete void.
So, like, you know that Newton's third law explains why things don't fall through each other, right?
Only in nature, not outside of nature. So in a
vacuum chamber, Newton's third law.
A vacuum isn't nature?
Yes,
A vacuum is part of nature.
Nature abhors a vacuum. There's no place. Nature abhors a vacuum. There's no place anywhere where it's just a void of nothingness.
Can you define nature for us?
No, he can't.
I actually would like them to acknowledge that the water coming out of a hose makes the hose flail because it pushes against the hose.
Is there a place anywhere that is a void, nothingness? No, exactly. So there's no such thing as a real vacuum.
Okay, so then why do you complain about? Hold on. No. Gas. Please let me answer.
Let me explain.
Please let me answer.
What it is. Let me explain.
It can work in space. Then rockets can work in space. Great. I'm glad we agree because it's not a vacuum.
Yeah. There is no real vacuum.
Rockets work in space.
But now you're crossing your own. You're stepping on your own foot right now, Blitz. Because if you're saying it's a low pressure system, then there's matter in it. That means that Earth has friction.
Yeah, it does. A very, very minimal amount.
Oh, it does.
So
I remember just maybe like 20 minutes ago you said that there's no friction against the Earth. You don't have to say my name so many times, bro. But it came out of your specific It came out of your specific mouth where you said that there's no friction in space.
Max,
Maria, I'm gonna drop because my wireless just got. I got lightning here, so I just lost my wireless. So I'm gonna drop. Thanks.
So
Thanks
Max,
for having me.
Sometimes when we talk, we make approximations. Like we can talk about, please don't interrupt, we can talk about vacuum chambers on Earth, and we can speak as if they are vacuums because it's useful to do so. Don't interrupt.
Nope.
Why are you
there's none.
interrupting me? I didn't
because there's no fucking vacuum chamber. Yeah, you can.
Blah, blah, blah. Please let me finish my sentence. Right. So just a minute ago, we were done.
One experiment that is conclusive.
Max, stop talking. Just a minute ago, we were, like all of us...
Blitz.
Just a minute ago, all of us were using language to talk about vacuum chambers. But none of us believe that you can make a perfect vacuum. So why did we do that? Because it's a useful approximation. It's useful to talk about vacuum chambers, even though they're not perfect vacuums, just like it's useful to talk about the friction on Earth being negligible when we talk about the Earth moving around in space, because the amount of friction is basically zero. It's the same thing.
You know how easy it is to produce like an actual experiment that works? You take that vacuum chamber that has a black dish show and put a small rocket in it and then make it work in there, and then you can prove the rocket moving.
It has been done, and you just said no.
No. It was a huge rocket inside a vacuum chamber that once again breaks the laws. You just have to put a small rocket in it.
What law does it break?
Why does a hose flail when water comes
Newton's laws don't work in a vacuum. That's the point. There is no equal and opposite reaction. That's why it does work in that vacuum, because there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Why does water
Hey, so Peterson, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. I have an actual physical question for you.
After you answer my question, I promise.
Why does it flail?
I pinky swear. Why does a hose flail when water comes out of it?
What
is pushing the hose to make it move?
Okay, can I answer? We
Yes.
heard your question like many times.
The water pump.
Like you said it a long time ago. So, the water has pressure, right?
Oh no, this is a silly question.
It's a very silly question. The water has pressure, and it's just like coming out of it and flailing around, whatever you said. if we put that
What is
hose into
pushing
space,
on the hose?
hold on 1 second.
I'm not asking you would a hose work in space.
Wait,
I'm
do you want to
asking,
hear my question, or do you want to
you're
keep
not
on
answering my question. My question is only what is producing the
so
force
your
that makes the hose
question
move?
has like 30 words, and I cannot even say a couple of them without you interrupting.
You're
Okay,
not
so can I
answering
answer?
the
Thank you.
question. You started talking about space. The question is
Bro,
what makes the hose
a
move?
2 words answer, and none of you will answer a question with 2 words. Hasselblad would even
hold on.
question my
Let me give
question.
an answer. The water. Literally 2 words. The
Yeah,
water
Yeah,
water.
is the answer.
it has
The
pressure. It
water.
has pressure. Yeah, it has
Sure it
pressure.
does. Yeah. The water
So
Yeah,
has
it has
pressure.
but you have to
Pressure is
explain
force
more,
divided by
Blitz.
area.
yeah,
Okay, there, you're
and
explaining
so
more.
The
You're
answer is
explaining
very
more
easy.
already.
The answer is
you're
the water.
you're explaining.
That is
No,
the thing.
no.
The
It's
water
not
is
just
pushing
that.
against the hose.
the water
not just
doesn't
that.
push against the air and propel it around. That's not what happens. So when fuel is combusted inside of a system, it pushes against the container it's contained in, just like the water pushes against the hose.
Yeah,
It
but
does not
I've just
propel
told
through
you.
the air like an
So
airplane.
Planet Pearson.
Hold on,
So
Gia.
wait,
Gia,
okay,
hold on.
pressure.
Hold
1
on.
second. 1 second. He asked me a question. So now I gotta rebut him. Just 1 second. So let's take that water hose and put it in space and actually run water through it. What's
Exactly.
gonna
That's what I
happen
was
to it?
about to say.
The
Yeah.
hose will
What's
the
gonna happen
hose
to
will
it, Planet
flail around.
Peterson?
Will it act the
The hose
Exactly.
same
Is
will
way
it
it
is
does
flail
on
it
Earth?
around.
is it gonna move forward?
Yes,
Yeah, it'll
obviously.
flail around.
Oh, it's gonna move
It'll
forward. It's not
flail
just
around.
gonna
Hold
flail
on. How
around
is it
and
going to
stay
flail around?
in its own its place.
Blitz, how will it flail around?
This
Who could
is
flail
this is
around?
an extremely low resolution question. Is the hose attached to something? Is this a magical
But
hose
how
not
will it
attached to
flail around
anything that
in
water comes
space?
out
How
of?
will it do
Yeah,
that in
Yeah,
the
it's
That's
the
vacuum?
going
pressure.
hose
it's going to
the
Newton's
move
hose
third
has
around.
its
law.
body.
What made you think that that was a gotcha question?
It's going to go straight out in one
Because
line, Blitz. That's what's going to
that's what you
happen.
guys
Well,
do. That's what
so
you guys
so
It's a
do.
guess if the hose is like curled or something, then it might change direction or whatever,
No,
right?
it's going to go in one direction, Blitz, when it leaves the hose. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah. But but if the
So
equal and
what is
opposite
Peterson
gas
talking
pressure,
about? The
please,
effect
please,
on
please,
Earth
please.
and the effect in space is different.
No, it's not. So
No, it's not.
the
It
force from
pushes
the
Yes, it
forward.
hose
is.
can cause
There's nothing for it
rotation.
to push against.
There's no air required for it to push
So
against.
hold
The
on, let me
entire point
explain.
was why
Hold on.
does
Let
it
me
move? You guys have
Just let's
debunked your
calm down a
own
bit.
argument
Let's
while
calm
I
down. So
debunked
look,
it.
Let me ask Blitz. If in space the water's just streaming out, okay,
Mm-hmm.
how can the hose or the rocket move forward if the water is just going straight out, not hitting anything?
Okay, I pressure. I gotta
Exactly, Blitz. That's the
wait.
point.
It
I got a better example. I got a better example.
it pushes
Hang a hose.
parallel to
Hold
the
on 1 second.
opposite it's coming
Hold on
from.
1 second. Hang a
Yeah.
hose from a helicopter that is 200 feet up, and open the hose. What's gonna happen to it, Planet Peterson?
Hang a hose that's on a helicopter that's 198 feet up. Is that what you said?
100 feet up.
You said 200.
Oh, whatever. 200.
So hang a hose from a
Who fucking
helicopter
cares,
that's
bro? Just answer the
200 feet.
question.
You're not even.
You're so
I was
stupid,
just.
bro.
You're. No, you
What's
are.
gonna
Either
happen to
that
the
or you're a
hose?
troll. You don't even know your
What's
own
gonna happen to
words.
the hose? What's
So
gonna happen to the hose?
put a hose in a helicopter and let water come out of the hose. What was your question?
Okay, once again. Hang a hose from a helicopter that's
Yep.
100 feet up. The
Yep.
hose is probably a couple of feet long. And then
Yep.
open the water. What's gonna happen to the hose?
It's gonna flail
It'll,
around.
yeah,
It's gonna frail around?
yeah,
Are you sure?
100%.
Yes. What are you, stupid?
No,
I
it's
could go
not.
outside and do this right now.
So if the water
Do
pressure
it.
is high enough, it definitely will. If you're just like letting it pour out, then it probably won't because
So
it's not a whole
when
lot of
this
water
hose
pressure, right?
flails around, what's gonna be your excuse?
You said
Do
from
it.
a helicopter. You're going to go in a helicopter.
I don't
You have
have
a
to go in a
helicopter with you.
helicopter because he said
Are you
200
gonna stand
feet,
up on your
and then
roof?
he said 100 feet. So it doesn't
Are you gonna
matter
stand up
how.
on your roof?
Why would it matter how far up in the air it is?
Because in your theory, that hose will supposedly go straight upwards.
It doesn't have
But
to
it
go
doesn't.
straight upwards.
Wait,
It
it'll
flails
it'll feel
around.
a force upwards, at least temporarily, but it also has a weight which is pulling it downwards.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna go
Gravity.
upwards.
That's why it's
So when this flails around, you said You asked us what it'll
So
do, and we said it'll
well,
flail
yeah,
around.
once
And
again,
then you said,
yeah.
"Oh, will it?" And then I think you realized that it will, and so now you're demanding that it go straight up, like what, for infinity?
I'm not demanding.
By the way,
You guys
just
said
as
that it
something
moves
funny.
forward in space. I didn't say that.
Hurry up,
So
make me bigger.
Max,
It's your.
While Peterson is setting this up,
words.
Max. So there's
Blitz,
this guy
how can
on.
you say it flayed around in space? I don't get that. It would just
Okay, gas
straighten
pressure.
out.
I will answer your question in a minute. But Max, there's a guy on YouTube who literally just strapped a whole bunch of water what are they called? Pressure washers to himself, and then he floated. Like this literally happens. Pressure washers are just high power
Because
hoses.
it's pushing against the ground, Blitz.
No, it has nothing to do with the
What the
ground.
hell is wrong with you, man?
It has nothing to do with the ground.
No, it doesn't.
What the fuck?
Geocentric. Do you have any idea how dumb that is?
Okay, so answer me this. How high does an helicopter fly compared to an airplane?
At all.
Okay,
Helicopters typically fly lower than airplanes.
Are we ready?
Exactly, why? Why?
Because they use a different mechanism to stay in the air.
Yeah, they're pushing off the ground. And then
they're pushing
they
off
don't
the
have
air.
like
No, they're pushing off the air.
Wait, so when they start, don't they push off
fluid.
the ground and then they push off the
No,
air? What
no,
are
they always
what are you
push
guys
off
talking
the
about?
air.
So unbelievably stupid. Geocentric.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is-
it is.
You're telling us that stream of water is a rigid body. That's not how that. If that were true, then if we both stood in a pool and I just went like that to the water, you would move backwards.
Can you
as I
do the
did
experiment?
that. Yeah. So I'll turn the hose on
Do
in
it.
just a second. But what's going to be your excuse when it flails around and the water,
Do it.
the stream of water
Well,
will not
you have
be
to be
touching
you
the
have
ground?
to be you have to be high enough so that the water stream doesn't push off against the hose. You
The
don't
water
understand
stream
that?
can't do anything other than push off the hose. The water comes out of the hose.
Okay, so mimic the experiment I told you that you said that you can do it properly on Earth.
How high do you want me to be? And I'm not going on the roof.
How high did
Do you
I
have a
say?
tree? Peterson, do you have a tree that you can go up?
I have a step ladder that married my
You see,
ladder.
you cannot mimic the experiment.
I'm
It
just
just
gonna
hit
do
you,
it.
didn't it? It just hit
No,
you. It just hit you.
If you just
you
hold
went
the
out.
hose against
You
the
went out.
ground, it'll push up.
You went out of your house for no.
Oh, what's
So-
that?
so,
What's that? Why, baby?
Max,
Why
to be
now?
Why is that so funny? Peterson, why is that so funny?
There you go.
Because you're holding it right there. I told you 100 feet, bro.
Wait, what if it was 50 feet? Would
You're
it still not
You're a
work?
troll. You're either a troll.
Yeah, sure,
or
you can
so
try
What if
50
it-
feet.
Stupid
What if
that
it was-
doesn't
But
What if it was 25
that's like 10 centimeters. You're stupid, bro. That's so fucking dumb.
Max,
I held
Max,
it over my
what's-
head, and I'm
ow, ow.
taller than you, and I could beat you up.
Oh
So-
my god.
Max,
That's the best
Max.
laugh I had for the week.
What are you
Max.
laughing at?
Can we circle back?
At what
around to
height
this?
does it
If
stop
one of
working?
These guys, Peter
Yeah, I
Pan
did get
here.
that.
One of these guys. Can you guys just help the audience understand what's keeping life together? Hey, Peter Pan guys. Hey, can you guys just help the audience understand what's keeping life together when we're traveling at millions of miles per hour?
Yeah, I've already answered your question, JJ.
So what is that? What in a simple explanation?
There is nothing that is trying to hurt life, even if we're moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, so long as space is sufficiently empty.
The speed is just not affecting life at all here on planet Earth.
Yes, precisely. You got it.
And why is that?
The same reason why the speed doesn't affect you when you're in an airplane.